Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetstools.com and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and quick review of the Xiaomi Mi 4i which we have got with us. This is the Indian retail package. You might have already seen the unboxing, so we are going to do it very quickly and then we are going to tell you each and everything related to this phone which might matter to you. And I'm going to do another video with this device with a Q&A that will answer all the questions you might have related to this device, including heating as well, and we will take a look over that in this video as well. Taking a look over the package, at the back side we can see that we have the specification of the device mentioned, which is the name of the device, Mi 4i. It is a 16 GB variant. It supports both the FD LTE and TD LTE, so it has full 4G support in India and it does support 3G as well. You have a Qualcomm processor inside, which is MSM 8939. It is Snapdragon 615 octa-core CPU, which has a 2 quad-core CPU combined together, and again the maximum frequency at which the cores are clocked is 1.65 GHz. You have 2 GB of RAM, 5-inch of IPS display, and you have a high definition display on this device, a full high definition display, which is pretty commendable for this price because there is no other phone which actually offers you the same display clarity just like this one, especially on the same price point. We have 13 megapixel rear camera, which is an autofocus camera, 5 megapixel fixed focus camera, and then we have 3030 milliampere battery, which is a lithium polymer ion battery, and we have MIUI 6, which is running on top of Android 5.0. So you have Lollipop as well. It is a dual SIM phone with dual standby, and you have to use 2 micro SIM into that, and we have support for 4G, 2G and 3G. Taking a look over the package on the front, we have nothing apart from the Xiaomi logo. Let me just open it, start the unboxing, and once we open the box, the first thing which we see inside the package is the device itself, which is the Xiaomi Mi 4i, and the device looks very beautiful. It again comes in other colors as well, but right now it is available only in white. We do have a gray color variant and some other colors as well. We have already done a color comparison before this video, so you can see that on our channel. So this is how the Xiaomi Mi 4i look like. We will take a closer look over the device later on. Let's take a look what we have inside the package. The screen guard which actually comes pre-installed on this device is actually not a screen guard. It is a protection for the display, so don't use that unless you might face some problem with the proximity sensor. We have a charging cable over there, a micro USB charging cable which can be used for data syncing and charging. We have a charger over there which also come within the package, and the output current from this charger is again not something which is very high, but it is 2 ampere charger, so it will charge your Mi 4i pretty fast, better than the other chargers which are there with some of the budget Android phones. And then we have some user manuals over there and the SIM ejection tool as well. So this is the SIM ejection tool, and then we have some user manuals over there, which is the information guide. You have, I think this is the SAR value document, so you have SAR values mentioned over there, which is 1.6 watt per kg over there, which is kind of high but again under permissible limit. And we have 1.29 watt per kg, which is the maximum SAR value, and this is the exact thing over there as far as the 1 gram limit is concerned, and for the 10 gram it is 2.0 watt per kg and 0.598 watt per kg maximum is the maximum SAR value for that particular thing. So these are the SAR values. Apart from this, you have the user guide for Mi 4i, and then if we take a look over the package, we have nothing else left. So these are all the package contents, which includes the user manuals, a SIM ejection tool, the charger, data cable and the device itself. And there are no headphones within the package as we have seen earlier with some of the other Xiaomi phones. So let me just get rid of everything and let's take a look over the Xiaomi Mi 4i. Here we have the Xiaomi Mi 4i, and one thing which I really like about this device is the display clarity. Display viewing angles are very good. You can see the display from almost all the angles without any issues, and display clarity is also one of the best you can have on this budget Android phone. And again, you will not see any pixelation even if you take a closer look. Everything looks pretty crisp and clear on this display, which is a very good thing. As far as design is concerned, design is also very nice on this one because It is kind of affordable Android phone, but design is something which looks not so exceptional, but on the other hand, it looks very good to hold in one hand. It has a matte finish over there at the back side, which again is going to give you a very nice grip, and you have rounded edges over there, which again also feel very nice when you hold this phone in hand. As far as the back side is concerned, we have the Xiaomi logo over there, the loudspeaker, and a slight protrusion over there, which will make sure that the loudspeaker does not get completely blocked when you place it on a flat table, and we will talk about that later. On the front over there on the glass, we have Corning Gorilla Glass 3, so you do have a protected glass which will not get scratches and it will not break very easily. When it comes to the front, on the top you have the nice metallic earpiece. In case you want to see that, you can actually see that if you take a closer look. There is a nice metallic earpiece. The front camera, which is a 5 megapixel camera, proximity and ambient light sensors are over there, and we have the Xiaomi branding over there. On the front at the bottom you have touch capacitive buttons which do have backlit LED, which is definitely a good thing, and they have done that this time, which is very nice. As far as the back side is concerned, on the top you have the 13 megapixel camera, and again on the camera part, as far as the metal ring is concerned, the metal ring is slightly above the surface. It is out the surface, especially on this curved part. On the edges you can see that it is slightly above the surface, but if you take a look from this side, you can see it is again as per the surface level. It is not above the surface level, but on this side it is slightly above the surface level, and again it is not bad, but that's how the design is. And then you have dual LED true tone flash, which will make sure that the photos look good even when you are using flash in low light. You do have secondary microphone for noise cancellation. Primary microphone is over there, and you also have a micro USB port for data syncing and charging. On this side you have the power and sleep key and the volume rocker. Both of these buttons are metallic buttons, so they give you very good feedback. And again they have given metallic buttons over here, which again feels very tactile when you press them, and they also give you a very good feedback. In terms of the overall form factor, this device is something which is kind of very light compared to some of the Android phones out there, especially the one which comes with 5-inch display. So it is around 130 gram, which is pretty light to hold in hand, and in terms of thickness as well, it is not very thick. It is 7.8 millimeter, which is again making this phone pretty thin. Talking about SIM card connectivity, we have the SIM card tray slot over there. Let me just get this thing out. Now here we have the SIM card tray out, and I can show you that we have slot over there for 2 micro SIM. One thing which Xiaomi has not done with this phone is that they could have actually given the second slot to be used for SIM card, or you can actually use a micro SD card as well, and I have seen that happening on some of the other Android phones, but on this device they have not done that, and because of which this device only have 16 GB of internal storage, out of which approximately 11 GB is something which you will get free. And again, in case you have usage more than that, then either you have to use OTG, because you do not have a micro SD card slot on this device. Let's take a look over the custom UI which is running on top of Android on this one, and this is the MIUI 6, which is responsive and smooth enough with 2 GB of RAM powering this phone, which has an octa-core CPU inside. Let's take a look over the camera UI first of all, then we will talk about the other features of this UI. So here we have the camera UI, and as you can see we have the viewfinder, the real viewfinder, and we have the camera shutter key over there, preview button over there for the photos, and you can toggle to the video mode directly from here. In case I would like to access settings, I can just swipe it at the bottom, and then I can access more settings, which includes the panorama mode. You also have a refocus mode as well, in which you can take a photo and refocus later. You also have the option of using the camera in the manual mode as well, in which you can actually change the white balance. You can have focus to be manual as well. You can actually use manual focus. You have exposure time, and ISO can also be changed. So all these things can be done. And in case you would like to access more things, you have a beautification mode and a special night mode as well. Talking about the camera quality, we are going to take the photo right now in front of you, and I'm going to tell you how does the exposure work, especially how you can actually control it. That is also something I'm going to tell you in this video. So let me just take a look over the camera mode. First of all, we have to go to the normal camera mode. So we have to turn off the manual mode. Now the manual mode is off and right now it is in the auto mode. Let me just take the photo of this car over there. And one thing which you can do is that whenever you are taking the photo, if it is looking out to be too bright, you can actually change the exposure. You just need to tap and then you can move your finger like this, and this is how you can make the photo more bright, or you can make it look more natural. And similarly, I can take the photo of this Android Robo over there, and I can turn off the artificial light and take these photos again. And this time it is looking very dark, so let me just brighten it up. So you have to basically tap on the subject and then you can move this ring to make things slightly better. And now I can take the photo, and similarly I can take it for the Android Robo as well again. So we have taken both of these photos. Let me just show you these photos and some of the photos as well which we have taken from this device. So as you can see, the photo has came out to be much better in terms of the overall details I was expecting, and the color production is also very nicely done. So rear camera is doing a pretty good job. I can see fine amount of details on this device, especially whenever I'm taking a photo, which is definitely a very good thing, even in low light. So this is a low light photo, and the one which I have captured in daylight, I can in artificial light, sorry, and this is how the photo actually look like in artificial light. This one looks better in terms of details. Color production, I would say, is good on both of these photos, but I like this one which has been taken with some amount of artificial light. I have also taken some daylight shots earlier, and I can show you those. So this is one shot I have taken in which a lot of light was coming against the camera, and it has captured these photos pretty well with good amount of details, and the color production is also very good. So the photo clarity is pretty good from the rear camera. Let me just take a look over the front camera now, and I'm going to take a selfie from the front camera to show you the clarity for the same. And you can also toggle to the front and rear camera by just doing a simple gesture over there like this. However, it does take some time to actually rotate. And let me just take a selfie of mine, and it also try to detect your age after detecting your face, and it is actually not accurate, I would say, but still that's okay. So this is how the front camera is doing in low light. As you can see, right now I'm in a room where I do not have much amount of light, but still the selfie has came out to be pretty good in terms of the overall colors. Details are again good enough, I would say, for a fixed focus camera, and I can see the selfie has been taken pretty nicely on this device from the front camera. So front 5 megapixel camera can actually take pretty good selfies in daylight, and in low light as well it can take decent selfies like these. On N22 benchmark, we have got a score of 38416, which is again a pretty decent score, and you can also get a higher score as well depending at what time you do the benchmark. We have also tested it on Ninamark, and on Ninamark it has given us a very good score again, which is 60.0 fps, and again it can play high definition games like Asphalt 8, Blood and Glory, Modern Combat 5 as well without much of an issue. However, we could notice slight amount of frame drops in some of the high definition games, but the overall performance of the game is good enough even if you are playing high definition games like Modern Combat 5. Taking a look over the system information, we have the information about the RAM. So as of now, 578 MB of RAM is free. However, on the first boot we actually got something different to see, and I have taken a screenshot of that. I can show you that as of now. I have to go to the gallery and show you the screenshot for the same, and here we have the screenshot folder. So I have taken the screenshot when I took this device out of the box, and it was approximately 40% of RAM which was available out of 2 GB, which was 773 MB. to be very precise. And when it comes to the other thing, which is the storage, so on the first boot you will get 10.82 GB available on this device once you take it out of the box, and you have approximately 1.3 GB of application which are coming pre-installed on this device. But the good thing is that you can actually remove these applications in case you would like to do that. So let me just go into settings and show you some more details about this device. First of all, we will take a look over the about version. So as you can see, we have octa-core processor which is clocked at 1.7 GHz maximum, and we have the MIUI 6.5.0.3. Android is 5.0.2, which is Lollipop. And then apart from this, if we take a look over the device name, this is the device name. Let me just come out and take a look of the storage right now, and then I can tell you the exact thing which is right now on this device after installing some application. What is the scenario for the storage? We have to go to additional setting for that, and over here we have storage, and out of 12.90 GB which is available on this device, we have 8.85 GB which is left. And as of now, the total application size on this device is 3.36 GB because we have installed a couple of applications and games as well. When it comes on the application front, this device does have some applications which are coming pre-installed, and I can show you some of them. So we have these applications like Google Plus, Hangout, and we also have SwiftKey which is coming pre-installed. You have WPS Office as well. But the good thing is that you can actually remove any application which is coming pre-installed on this device, and it also includes the Google application. In case I would like to get rid of this third-party application which is coming pre-installed, I can always tap on it and I can uninstall this application as well. And same way, I can actually uninstall the application which are even from Google, which is a very good thing because I do not see this option on some of the devices. So in case there is something which is a Google application, for example Google Play Music or Google Play Movies and TV, I can actually uninstall it and free from storage on my device. And this is something which can actually eventually help you to get more storage on this device, which is kind of fixed in terms of the storage because there is no SD card slot. Let's take a look over the hardware configuration of the phone, and we will take a look of the system information. The model number is Mi4i. The product name or the code name for the product was Ferrari. And then we have the CPU information over there, which is clocked at 1.65 gigahertz. And when it comes to the CPU cores, we have 8 cores. It is Qualcomm MSM8939, which is Snapdragon 615. We have full high definition display on this device, which is 1080 into 1920. Adreno 405 GPU is there. And when it comes to the sensors, we have a lot of sensors on this device, which includes the accelerometer sensor, magnetic field sensor, gyroscope, significant motion detector sensor, step detector sensor, and then you have a lot of other sensors including tilt, activity, accelerometer, magnetic field sensor, and a lot of other sensors which you might need in day-to-day usage. And it also have the ambient light sensor, proximity sensor, and the rotation vector sensor. So it is fairly loaded in terms of what all sensors you would see on a flagship phone, you can actually see on this budget Android phone as well. Now here we have the messaging application. I can find out the current experience with the keyboard. So we have SwiftKey keyboard which is coming pre-installed, and that is going to be the default keyboard, but we have enabled the Google keyboard, which is the Lollipop keyboard which you get on this device. And again, you do have swipe to type on this keyboard. Typing is a pretty good experience. You get a pretty big pop-up of whatever key you have pressed, so you get to know which key you have pressed when you are typing on this device. Typing experience is pretty smooth and fluid, and there is no issue as far as typing is concerned on this 5-inch display device. In case you face any issues, you can turn on the auto rotation and you can type in the landscape mode as well. So we have started playing Asphalt 8 on this device, and I'm going to show you the overall performance of the graphics, and then later on I will be talking about heating. I will play this game for the next 5 minutes or maybe more. So I played this game for approximately 5 minutes, and I can show you the temperature as of now. The device is definitely hot, especially at the back side over here, and it is slightly more hot, but I would say the kind of temperature I have right now, which I can feel on the front as well as at the back side, is slightly warm, but it is not something which can make you uncomfortable to hold this phone in hand, especially in case you are going to play these games for 5 to 10 minutes. In case you plan to play these games for more time, more than 10 minutes, then definitely the device can become slightly more hot. So here we have a YouTube video which is running from our channel, and this video is a high definition video. Let me just see at what resolution it is getting played. So it is a 720p video getting played at 720p. That means you can play high definition videos on this device, and as you can see, the viewing angles are also very good. You can always play full high definition videos as well without any issues on this device, which is definitely a good thing. And viewing angles are also good. Let me just give you an idea about the overall loudspeaker quality and the loudness of it. So volume is full right now. It is again not very loud, but decently loud for a device like this. And loudspeaker is actually at the back side. If you hold it like this, you can actually amplify the sound, and in case you place it like this on a table, the sound does not get blocked completely, but it does get slightly muffled, and some part of it is actually being taken care of by this slight plastic over there, which is again going to make sure that the loudspeaker is not completely covered because of the flat part, especially when you place it like this on a table while watching a video. You can still hear the sound, which is very important, and it does happen on this phone. So we have just connected the flash drive, and it has detected the same over there, as you can see. And the moment I tap here, I can access the contents of the flash drive, play videos from this flash drive onto this device. And this is definitely a good thing, because this device again does not have an SD card slot, so storage can be a problem, and in that case you can use an OTG flash drive like this to consume content on the go, which you might not be able to store on this device because of limited storage. Let me explain you the refocus mode which we can use on this device as far as the rear camera is concerned. In order to access that mode, you need to swipe it from the bottom, and over here you will see refocus mode. You have to tap on it, and now we have the refocus mode on. Let me just take the photo right now, and as you can see, we have two subjects in this photo. One is the Android Robo and the other one is the yellow car. And the moment I tap on the Android Robo, it can actually change the focus points, and it can make the car blur. And in case I would like to make the car in focus and everything else to be blurred, I can actually change the focus point like this. And right now the car is in focus. If I tap here, the Robo is in focus, and this is how you can actually use refocus on this device. You have to make sure that the camera is very stable when you take the photo, and this is how you can actually edit the photo, have this kind of blurring effect applied, and then you can later on send it, export it to the camera roll. This is the stock browser which we have on this phone, and let me just try loading our website and show you the overall browsing experience you can get on this device. So as you can see, it has loaded the web page pretty instantly and fast. You do have pinch to zoom, which is working pretty fluidly without any issues. So there is no problem with the pinch to zoom, and I can see the text changing, especially whenever I do pinch to zoom. This is the only thing which is happening. Apart from it, there is no problem with the kinetic scrolling. Everything is smooth enough, and the text is also looking pretty crisp and clear on this device as far as the browser is concerned. More good feature of the MIUI 6, which is very useful at times, especially this is for one-handed usage. So in case you feel like that it is a big 5-inch display phone and it is difficult for you to reach some part of the screen with one hand, you can actually resize the screen to fit as per your one-handed usage, and for that you need to do it like this. so that it works for your left hand, and in case you would like to use it for the right hand, you can actually resize it in this direction, and this is how things will become better. As far as the display is concerned, the display size is going to get shrink into that much of area where you can easily reach every other icon and options on this screen. And in case you would like to resize it back to the normal thing, you just need to do a swipe from the left or from the right. As far as battery backup is concerned, battery backup is pretty good on this device with day-to-day usage as well as for power users. So I have been using this phone for approximately 7 to 8 hours now, and I started with 40% of battery, and I installed a lot of games and applications on this device for testing, and as of now still it has some amount of battery left, and it is approximately 2 AM in the morning, and it is working pretty effectively as far as battery backup is concerned, and I'm sure it can give you around 1 day battery backup. We will test it more and we will talk about the battery later. Now here we have the battery test result. As you can see, we started playing a high definition video with this application 6 minutes ago, and the 6 minutes of video playback, which is a high definition video playback, has caused a battery to drop from 11% to 9%. So it is 2% of drop for 6 minutes, and it is approximately 1% of battery life drop for every 3-minute high definition video which you can watch on this device. And again, it is not bad, I would say. It is kind of comparable to other devices out there. Now let's do a gaming test of this device, and we will start playing a game which is kind of an emulation of playing a game. It will play some graphics and the background on the screen, and we will get to see how much of the battery drop happens when you play a game for approximately 6 minutes. Now we are done with the gaming test as well, and as you can see, we started with the initial battery level of 9% and it has dropped to 7% with 6 minutes of emulation of playing a high definition game. So you can expect a battery drop of approximately 1% with every 3 minutes of high definition gameplay back on this device, which is again natural. So this is the kind of battery life test we could do, and with this much of battery life test which we have done, I can say that this device can give you around 1 day battery backup pretty easily. So that's all from us as far as the quick unboxing and quick review of the Xiaomi Mi 4i. We are coming up with the Q&A very soon, and we are also coming up with the video which will tell you the good points as well as the bad points of the Xiaomi Mi 4i. So in case you have any questions for this device, we would love to help you. You can leave your questions in the comment section below this video. You can also like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.